I'm late. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm late. Oh no. Oh no. But I'm here. Late but here. Late but arrived. And ready to read some more fan fiction. Jeez. I wonder if anyone's gonna show up to this. I didn't end up streaming on what was it, Thursday? Thursday I was gonna stream. Made the executive decision not to. Or was it Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday I was gonna stream and I didn't. But here I am, streaming, ready to read more My Immortal. Do I remember all the voices that I did before last week? Don't think so. But hey, that's Fanfiction Friday. This is my show. If we have to make new voices for characters, we will. Like, I don't remember what Hagrid sounds like. I know Draco. But shall we begin? Chapter 17. Author's note. I said stop fleeing with the story you. If you're a prep, then do not read it. You can tell we're there. You're a prep, we're not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fuck off. PZ. Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I'll promise to give back your poster. It seems like they are beefing. The writer, the person who is clearly based on Ebony, is beefing with their friend Willow, whose character is Raven, is beefing over a poster being stolen, and that's why Raven has decided to stop writing the story. And Ebony has taken control. Anyways, let us continue. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, because he was really into fashion. Oh, yeah. Raven, could you come back and write this, please? Oh, no. Oh, no. This hard to read. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hagrid? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily.
Hey, bitch, you look kawaii,
she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered, sadly, because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. Okay.
So are you going to the concert with Draco?
She asked. Yeah, I said happily.
I'm going with Diabolo,
she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you can tell they thought we were hot too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tour. B. Luddy Mart. I assume B. Luddy Mary, but nope. B. Luddy Mart. Like B. Luddy Martin. B. Luddy Mart was going to the concert with Dracula. Dracula used to be called Navel, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Navel converted to Satanism and he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black Warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz. Get it? 'Cause we're graphic. That is that Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny, and he had an amazing ethnic voice. What? Isn't Gerard way white? I mean, you could be white and have an ethnic voice, I guess. We moshed to Helena and some other songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other membs. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. You moronic idiots, he shouted angstily. Enobi, I told you to kill a vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, please, we begged sadly. But he took out his knife. Suddenly a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had a long black hair and a long blue black beard. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shotted a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore. My brain is turning into mush, and I just started reading again. Chapter 18. I said... Author's note, by the way. I said stop flamin'. If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. You rock, and you're not a prep. Thanks for my sweater. P.S. The other... What? The other reason Dumbledore swore is cause he trying to be gothic, so there. What's up, derps? How's it going? Welcome to Fan Fiction Friday number 2. We're on chapter 18 of this insanely poorly written book, or fan fiction. That has 44 chapters, mind you. Anyways. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before, Draco and I rent back to the Skull. Get it? Skull? Oh, you mean school. Okay. Get it? Skull? Because I'm gothic and I like death? Was studying, decided to hop in for a while. Hey, thanks for coming through. I appreciate that, my guy. Keep up the studying. We love a successful man. I don't know. Where was I? Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. Broom stuff? You mean the bristles of the broom? Anyways, mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms and we had You Know What to a Linkin Park song. Okay. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. All the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you would see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant. And there were pastors of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. WTF, I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a Good Charlotte t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. I don't know what voice to... How have you not had a stroke yet? This is so hard to read, LMAO. Bro, I'm having mini strokes as I'm reading this. It's a nightmare to get through. Also, I don't have a voice for Navel. What should my Navel voice be? Oh, Hagrid was Goofy. Hey, yuck. Yeah, Ebony. Hey, yuck. I remember Hagrid now. Neville. Neville is his real name. Oh, those guys are so fucking hot! That's gonna be annoying. Yo, there's a My Immortal YouTube series if you want to try that. I've seen it. It's very funny. It's very funny. Oh. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Those guys are so fucking hot! Navel was saying as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation and he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore? Question mark, 1 exclamation mark. We all gasped. WTF, I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I've gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we goths just looked at each other all disgusted and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was. By the way, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. I feel so bad to leave early, but I gotta go study. Have a great stream, man. Later, derps. Study hard. Thank you for coming through and saying hi. Where was I? Roadman. The thing goes pop. Monster hot. What a fucking bozo! Draco shouted angrily as we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way like Gerard? But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife I
bet he's having a midlife crisis.
Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. How are you, Lady Soja? I appreciate you coming through the stream. You always come through every now and again, and that's nice. Oof. I'm trying to move the mic so it's in front of me. And I don't go off screen every time I read Willow. Chapter 19. I'm not okay, I promise. Hey, you're pretty cool, and it's a good time. I'm doing good, vibing. Hey, that's right, man. That's right. We vibe together. That's the goal, to vibe together. And if you're vibing while I'm reading this horribly written fan fiction, then that's a plus. It'd be nice if Austin was here, but I don't know. He's probably busy doing stuff. He has a life. Okay. Author's note. Please stop flamming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep, and you're jealous, okay? From knock on, I'm going to. Yo, can you imagine having to go to school with this My Immortal stuff happening? Like, do you mean like actually going to the school that they're in, or do you mean like going to school, like being in high school when this came out, or like in school when this came out? Because I was in school when this came out. It was a weird time, bro. Yo, if I was in this school, I wouldn't know what. I just want you to know, I wouldn't be a Slytherin. Wouldn't be a Gryffindor because they seem to get picked on. I'd just be a Ravenclaw. I'd be a chill Ravenclaw, right? I'd be chilling out there watching all this unfold, right? People crying blood, gothic vampires going to Hogwarts. Dumbledore just suddenly deciding to be gothic. The whole like Gryffindor crew deciding to go like goth. Random concerts from actual performers like a Gerard Way. Like, honestly, I'd just be that one random Ravenclaw watching this all happen, just be like, bro, what are we all smoking? Gerard Way is there for some reason. Like, what? Like, does Gerard Way know they're wizards? Also, does Gerard Way know that they're wizards and vampires? Because they're wizard vampires. They're like. Anyways, let me get back to reading the story. Please stop flamming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep, and you're jealous, okay? From knock-on, I'm going to dealt your men reviles. BTW, Evian, a poor blood, so dare. Oh. I'm going to say Ebony. Okay. Ebony is a pureblood. Okay. So dear, thanks to Raven, form the help. Chapter 19 begins. All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to. The MCR concert. You got lost going to the store. Was like, oh, Goss. Yeah, he was like, oh, well, my people. He just fit in. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Um, forward to the MCR concert. It had been postponed, so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad at me and started crying all hot and angsty. Aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? Ebony, writer, Ebony, stop fetishizing. Stop this. That's not hot. No one fucking understands me. He shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joel in Boulevard of Broken Dreams. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black dye. Oh, tie. Instead of tie, dye. Get it? Instead of tie, cause I'm gothic? Yes! Yes! We get it! I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it. A black leather mini, black high-held boots, and a cross belly thing. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee in Going Under. Email me if you want to see the pic. Where's your email so I can email you? I really, that'd be horrible. I don't want to email this girl. Or whoever wrote this. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. But. He grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait! Is that what it fucking looks like? He shouted. But it was too late. I knew what I heard. Oh, she's mad because he thinks no one understands him. But she understands him. Whatever, this is stupid. But it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily, cring. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my face like Benji in the video for Girls and Boys. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way is a goth. I'm so shocked and appalled. I truly had no way of knowing. I could have never guessed that she was a goth. What? You also forgot that Tara. Her name is also Ebony Darkness Dementia Tara Ravenway. She says it up in like chapter 16. Don't worry about that. A lot of people forget about that name. About the fourth, what is that? The fifth name, the sixth name in her first name? I don't even know. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. And also, I don't know much about cigarettes. But I know that there's no weed in them. Anyways, suddenly Hargrid came. He had apparated. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. WTF do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hargrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? My Dumbledore voice changed, unfortunately. So sad. You know who MCR are? I gasped. No, I was just I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and monks are going to. He said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Why do you know that? Chapter 20. Author's note. I said I do not care what you think. Stop flamming. Okay, preps. Thanks to Raven for the help. Oh yeah, by BTW, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. It works, don't worry about it. Goths have a homing instinct, apparently. Exactly. they just they gravitate towards each other. In fact, sometimes they teleport into bathrooms while others are crying in there. This story is amazing, but also bad. Anyways. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and black gothic compact boots. MCR were gone to the concert again, since Volexmort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrist while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Thank You for the Venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly I hoped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. Doors don't apply to goths. True facts. True facts. True facts. Goths, yo. Goths literally are one of the few humans that are able to materialize through doors. You know how your teacher said that, your physics teacher said, like, if you kept going, like, trying to go through an object, eventually you would phase through it? Goths have mastered that. That's all it is. Anyways. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna come rape me or what? What? Oh, what? What a question to ask. What a question to ask. I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around him and Snap, since he was a pedo. Arrest them! They were caught filming underage. Arrest them! Why are they roaming around? This is a problem. Why is it that a pedophile is roaming the hall of Hogwarts? A known pedophile is roaming the halls of Hogwarts, knocking on a girl's door that he just stalked, and just be like, "Hey, what's up?" Anyways, I let me just keep reading. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around him and Snap, since he was a pedo. What was Lupin's voice? I don't even remember. No, actually. Get it? Hell? Sure. Can I please borrow some condoms? Yeah. He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend? Huh? I shouted sarcastically. Okay, that was kind of funny. I don't know, that line is kind of funny. Fucker, he said, going away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick, and white foundation. Then I went. Then I gasped! Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. Alright. That's a mental image that I'm never going to be able to unscrub from my eyes or head or anything. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot! They both shooted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away. Dobby ran away crying. They got up though. Normally I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. By the way, BTW, Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. Alright. Sure. WTF is that? Why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. See, I spelled that. You did. You did spell sadistically correctly, but I don't know if you used, like, why did you use it there? Only you wouldn't give them to me. Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replied. You dimwit! Snake began to shoot angrily. And then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. So now she's extorting the pedophiles? The plot thickens. Well, excuse me. They both shouted angry. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. WTF, where's Draco? I asked him. Vampire, who is also Harry Potter. I gave him a Jamaican voice. Come on. Oh, he's been a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. Vampire said, shaking his head. You wanna come with me to the concert, man? Draco has removed himself from the fan fiction. That's right, he's gone. He's just gone. Where's Draco? He's gone. Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had... I get it. Dog father, because Sirius Black is a werewolf in the Harry Potter stories. Dog father. Not because she meant to say Godfather. She's funny. Dogfather Sirius Black had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Enobi on it. Spell your name right, dude. On it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. He was beginning to sing Helena, and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in a corner. Yo, MCR is like broke. Why are they always performing at this school? Like, why are they always performing at this school? Like, guys, you're a globally known band. What's happening? What happened? Do you need help? Finances low? I'm asking the true questions. Chapter 21, author's note. At this point, I think it's just a picture of MCR, or they're like permacursed. Like it has to be like cutouts. It's just cutouts, and everyone in the school is delusional. Like, they just play the music on the speaker, and it's cutouts that are there. Chapter 21. Fuck off, you fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay? That's that bitch Raven. Cause fuck you. Preps, whoop sauce Raven, thanks for the help. But BTW, Transylvania rocks hard. I even got to see the castle where Dr. Cola was filmed. Dr. Cola, aka Dracula. I love the movie Dr. Cola. It's one of my favorite films. I hate paper straws. Save the turtles, but I hate paper straws. Later, we all went in the skull. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch! He shouted angrily. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I started to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Ebony and Obby, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come. He began to cry. Wait, no. Oh, jeez. Draco, please come. He began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys. If you're a homophone, then fuck. If you're a homophone, you better not be offended by. Hey, no homophones. We don't. Hey, no homophones. We accept everybody around here. All right. If you're a homophone, get out of here. Get out of here. No homophonics. Homophone. Anyways. And then, a homophone. If you're a homophone, get out. Homophobia? Homophone. You're definitely, like, phobic of phones, right? If you're a homophone, right? I don't know. Also, welcome, Saints Flow. What's poppin'? And then, we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invincibility coke, and we snorted it, and we were invincible. Crazy. That's not what's actually written down. Ain't no phones in this here church, son. Anyways, we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invincibility coke. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Oh, there! He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, you preppy little poser son of a fucking bitch, man, the vampire said under his breast in a disgusted way. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow. Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filth nodded, and then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. What the? He yelled, but it was too late, cause now we were ruining away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Draco, I cried. Are you okay?
I guess no.
Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid. See? Isn't the depressing? On the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put the video, my eyes rolled up and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. She's not so Raven? The amount of times they cut their wrists, I'm shocked their hands are still attached. I'm shocked. Well, they're vampires, but you're right. I am shocked their hands are still attached to their wrists. Why, yo, paper straws are the worst. Just want to drink my iced coffee, man. Shoot. Anyway, she's having a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock in the door, and Fug and the Mystery of Magic walked into the school. The Ministry of Magic, she means. I mean, her name is Raven. Oh, you got me there, Lady Soja. Her name is Raven. Ebony Dark Dementia Raven Tearaway. Oh. There's some darkness. It's not dark. Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven. I don't care anymore. So many names. Chapter 22. Oh, this is the last chapter before I had to switch to the next page. Chapter 22. Author's note. Stafu, perhaps stop flaming, okay? If you do not like it, fuck off. I know it's Mr. Norris. It's Raven's fault, okay? You suck. No, just kidding, Raven. You fucking rock. Prep suck. All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy... What? I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas, then I gasped.
Excuse me.
Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and leather jacket. He looked like... He looked just like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed off all her cleavage with a white apron that said bitch and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it. Ooh. Ouch. Oh. Sitting uncomfortably. Jesus. Hold on, everybody. Hello, I've returned. I'm sorry. Back to reading the description. The best description of characters in the world. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. B. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed all her cleavage with a white apron that said bitch and other words and MCR lyrics on it. Kind of like one dress I'd seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, introducing characters late into the story. Darkness, who is Jenny, was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace-up top thing, and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness, Diabolo, Crab, and Goyle's dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrist with a razor. He had... What? He had raped them and stuff before. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Satanism. That was a lot. And if you disagree with me, you read fan fictions like this. OMFG, I yielded as I jumped. Why the fuck are you all here?
Hey, Nobby, something is really fucked up.
Draco said. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily.
It's alright. We have to go now. You look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful.
Draco said in a sexy voice. Alright, I said smiling. But you have to tell me why you're being all erective. Huh? What? Erective?
I will.
He said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow, and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the great hall and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the Great Hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudged was there, shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumridge was there too. This cannot be! She shouted angrily. This school must be closed! The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students! Yelled Cornelia Fudge. You are not fit to be the principal any longer! Yelled Rumridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily. But we cannot do this. We cannot close this school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is... ... Enemy, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and B. Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. And that's the end of the first half of the book, or of the fanfiction. Crazy. Isn't that wild? Y'all having fun? Y'all having fun so far? I'm enjoying this. Ooh, chapter 23. Chapter 23. Alright. I'm going to run a quick ad and go to the washroom. I shall be back. I have returned. Hello. Ahem. Take a little drink before we begin the second half. All right. Chapter 23. Author's note.
Dot the fuck up, you bitches. You're just jealous cause I got 10,000 reviles. Thanks to Raven for the help and telling me about the books. Girloo, rock, let's go shopping together.
Ahem. The door opened and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledum and Rumbridge sawed us. Jeez, what did I just do for Rumbridge's voice? Mister, what the beep are you doing? Okay, audible, real life censor, love it. Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore blared at her.
Oops, she made a mistake.
He corrupted her.
She means hi, everybody, come in.
We all came in angrily. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco and opposite Bloody Mary. Crabbe and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Vile Volo. I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. I looked behind me. It was Vampire. He and Draco were shooting at each other. Vampire, Draco, WTF? I asked.
You fucking bastard!
Yelled Draco at Vampire.
I want to sit next to her!
No, I do. Shouted. What?
No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch!
Yelled Draco. Okay. Jamaican.
Bumbleclot. No, you motherfucker. She loves me, not you.
Shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco. No, not in that way, you perv. They started a fight and beat up each other. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose and was wearing a gray robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. Voldemort. Ebony. Darth Valor. Darth. Voldemort has suddenly become Darth Vader. Imagining Harry Potter with a Glock like the one Daniel Radcliffe pick. Balsamort, the villain. Bro, she called him Darth Vader. Who wrote this, man? Darth Vader said evilly in his raspy voice, "Thou hast failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou does not kill him before then, I shall kill Draco too. Please don't make me kill him, please." That's not Ebony's voice. Please. Oh my gosh. We all came in. "Please don't make me kill him, please," I begged. No, he laughed crudely. "Kill him or I shall kill him anyway." Then he flew away cackling. I bust into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Jesus. Suddenly, my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash, and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco, while Draco slit his wrist in a depressed way. No, I screamed sexily. Suddenly, I locked up and stopped having the vision.
Ebony! Ebony! Are you right?
Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said... Yeah, I said sadly as I got up. Man, this is a lot.
Everything's alright, Ebony!
Said Vampire, all sensitive. No, it's not, I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. OMFG, what if I'm getting possessed like the Ring too? Bloody Mary. It's okay, girl. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though. Okay, bitch. Okay, bitch, I said sadly, and then we went. Chapter 24. Author's note.
Prep, stop flamming the story. You're just jealous, so fuck you, okay? Go to hell. Raven, thanks for the help.
Saint Slow. I don't know what's going on, but it gives me physical pain. Say that's generally the correct reaction, yes. Bro, I'm reading it and it hurts. It hurts reading this story. We continue with chapter 24. Well, we had deviation next, so I got to ask Professor Trevelyan about the visions. Konnichiwa, everybody, come in, said Professor Sinister in Japanese. She smiled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair with blood red tips and red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. She and Bloody Mary get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today she was wearing a black leather top and red lace and long black red dress. We went inside the black classroom with pastors of Emily the Strong. I raised my hand. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it. What is it, Ebony? She asked. Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it, Hot Topic? Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know what HT was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger. Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it? How about now? She asked. Okay, I said. Okay, okay, class fucking dismissed, everyone, Professor Trevelyan said, and she let everyone go. Except for you, Brittany. She pointed at Brittany and some other preps. Please do exercise. Get it? Yes. Exercise instead of exercise because you're gothic. Yes. Please do exercise on exercise 1 on page 3. Ugh. Okay, I'm having lots of visions, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried. Is Draco going to die? Well, she gave me a black crystal ball to lock in. I looked in it. What do you see? She asked. I said I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather facet, a black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Congress shoes. Okay, you can go now. See ya, cunt, said Professor Sinister. Bye, bitch, I said, waving. I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together, and I was so exhibited. I was also exhibited. Let us continue to chapter 25. Author's note. Stop flamming, okay? If you do not, then I'll tell Justin to bet you up. And I'll tell the Reds to put Vritras in your computer. Fuck you, Raven. Thanks for the help. Oh, this is a short chapter. Cool. I was so excited I followed Draco, wondering if he were going to do it again. Oh, if we were going to do it again. We went outside, and then we went into Draco's black car.
Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trevorly say?
Whispered Draco, potting on his gothic wit hand with black nail polish on my... Yo, the text makes me physically sick. Like, reading some of this makes me physically sick. Like, I'm feeling... Okay. With black nail polish on mine. She said she would tell me what the visions meant tomorrow. I grumbled in a sexy voice. He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it. What? And gave it to me to spork. He started to fly the car into a tree. He went to the top of it. Draco put on some MCR. They're doing heroin. They're doing heroin at Hogwarts. Who wrote this? And all the things that you never ever told me, and all the smiles that are ever gonna haunt me, sang Gerard's sexy voice. We started tilling off each other's clothes fervently. He took off my black thong and my black leather bar. I took off his black boxers. Then he put his throbbing you-know-what in my tool sexily. OMFG, Draco, I screamed, having an orgasm. We stated Frenching passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting two gothic... Whoa. Suddenly, in it, a black guy was shooting two gothic men with long black hair. No, please, don't fucking kill us, they pleaded. But he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. No, oh my fucking god, I shouted in a scared voice.
Ebony, what's wrong?
Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. I started to cry, and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Lincoln Park mobile. But the worst thing was who the people who were shot in the dream were. Lucian and Sirius. Bum bum bum. Oh wow. Does anyone else's stomach hurt? My stomach hurts. Like, I'm physically feeling unwell. Ugh. Okay. Chapter 26. Author's note.
Preps, stop flamming the story, okay? If you don't like the story, then go fuck yourself, you fucking prep. You suck. Oh, why wasn't being racist, okay? I don't know. Black guy showing up and just shooting two goths for no reason. Yo, take a break. You gotta get something to drink before the goths get you. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna go get something to drink. This is killing me. Oh, lordy lord.
Hello, I've returned. We're getting to chapter 30. We're gonna get to chapter 30. That is the goal. Chapter 30 is the goal. 26 to 30 right now. Boom. Start at chapter 26. Ooh, excuse me. Woo, chapter 30, only 4 more. That's right. We're gonna make it. We're gonna do this. A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, black leather pants, and a Good Charlotte t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to comfort me. I started to cry tears of blood and then told them what happened.
Oh, fuck it.
Vampire shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly.
What fucking dick did that?
I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office.
Sire, our dads have been shot.
Draco said while we whipped some tears from his white face. Enobi had a vision in... Oh.
Enobi had a vision in a dream.
Dumbledore started to cockle. Ah! And how do you expect me to know Ebony's not divisional? Delusional, you mean? Whatever. Divisional. I glared at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker. Oh, wait. Look, motherfucker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. C is the toot of Cractor. Oh, is that too out of character? You know very well that I'm not. Oh, wait, no, this is Ebony. Look, motherfucker, she said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. You know very well that I'm not decisional. Now get some fucking people out there looking for Sirius and Lucian pronto. Okay, he said in an intimated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Longdon, I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few mistoons, he came back and said people were going out and looking for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said that they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his... He said that they'd been found. Draco and I all left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other's gothic, depressed eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them. Always cutting of the wrist. Literally, just constantly, just... Why do we even have them? Why do we even have them? They're mad at their wrist. Never seen goths so mad at their wrist. Chapter 27, Vampires Will Never Hurt You. Author's note. You know what? I do not give a fuck what you preps think about me. So stop flamming the fucking story, bitches. Thanks to Raven for your love and support and help. I love you, girl. Saw as I couldn't update lol. I was really depressed and slit my wrists. I had to go to the hospital. Raven, you rock, girl. Everyone in the room started to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco, Lucian, Sirius, Bond, Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. Come on, Ebony, said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leather dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it and fucking black platinum boots. I have to tell you the fucking prediction. Sinatra, yeah. Not Sinister. It's Professor Sinatra now. Yep. Sinatra has entered the story. I looked at Lucian, Serifs, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. Poor Frank did not deserve this. This is not the moon he wanted to be flown to. This is not the moon he wanted to be flown to. Definitely not. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed Professor Sinister. Professor Sinister took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, "Tara, I see Drac times are near," she said badly. She did say that badly. She peered into the balls. "You see, you must go back in time." She took out a time toner, like Bloody Mary had. "When Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he became powerful, he got his heart broken. Now do you think he would still become Voldemort if he was in love?" I shook my head. "You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it." "Okay," I said sadly. "We did death's touch sin." I went outside again sadly.
What fucking happened?
Asked Draco and Vampire.
Yeah, what happened?
Asked Darkness, Willow, and Bloody Mary. Who's Darkness? I don't even... Okay. I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there, trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were there, obviously trying to be gothic, wearing the him sign on their hands, despite them not having actually heard of him. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goik set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley's Wizard Wises. What? I put on my invisibility coke with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. We love this story. We love it. The fact that this was written, this was like, someone thought of this and put it onto paper. We gotta appreciate that at least. We gotta appreciate that at least. Chapter 28, author's note. I said stop flaming the story. It was a mistake when Professor Rillery said that, okay? Go to fucking hell. You suck thanks to Philly for... Philly? Who's Philly? For the help, Raven. Have fun with Kiwi. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR, GC, and Marilyn Manson all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet suckings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down one of the chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire.
Are you okay?
Vampire asked, putting his alabaster hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco also put his hand on mine sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is... ... I had to seduce Voldemort. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry, sadly. Vampire hugged him.
It's okay, Bobby, he said finally. But what about me? You're not gonna break up or anything, are you?
Of course not, I gasped.
Really?
He asked. Sure, I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then I took off Draco's MCR shirt and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. Sylvester. He was hung like a Stallone. Oh! He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said... he had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Enobi on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took my clothes, then we were in for the rid of our live. We started Frenching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, and passively we did it. I love you, Bubby. Oh, let me feel you. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot that I had to read this as Draco.
Oh, I love you, baby. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you.
He screamed as we got an orgasm. We watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly suddenly.
What the fuck are you doing?
It was Snope and Professor McGoggle. Those are words. Those most certainly are words. Looks at Tic Tac too. Ah, Gerard Way, honest, like. Alright, chapter 29. Almost there. Almost chapter 30. Author's note.
Shut the fuzz up. You're just jealous cause you're preps. So fuck you. Raven, you rock girl, thanks for the help. MCR Rock 666.
Check 666. Very gothic. Yes. Not too long. Oh my Satan! We screamed as we jumped out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGoggle started to shoot at us angrily. Come now! Preacher.
Come now!
Preacher McGoggle yielded. We did guiltily. We left the room, putting on our clothes. Snoop carved the caramel and put it in his pocket. Snoop? Snoop? Dog? Snoop Dogg?
Hey, what the fuck?
Vampire shouted angrily.
Yeah, Buster, what the fuck are you doing with the fucking camera?
Draco demanded all. Protective, looking at me longingly with his gothic red eyes.
Look, Dumbledore, knows your little secret. And if you do this again, then you'll go to St. Mango's, so give me back the camera.
Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. The Mystery of Magic thinks he is crazy. There's no way they will believe him. Snoop laughed meanly.
Yes, so shut your mouth, you insolent fools.
Yells Professor McGoggle. Oh, she's Professor again? Oh, okay. Yes, so shut your mouth, you insolent fools! Yelled Professor McGoggle. She made us come into a room weird with white stones all around it. There were all these weird tools in it. Draco started to cry all sexy and sexative. Get it? Because he's a sex bomb. Little Tom Felnot rules for life, but not as much as Gerard. You're sex on legs. I love you, you fucking rock, marry me. Jesus. I started to cry tears of blood. It happens in Vampire Chronicles. Raven said so, okay? Fuck you. Vampire took out a black handkerchief and started to wipe my red eyes. And then he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the bullets got each other yet. I took out my wand. Crucio, I shouted. Snap started to scram. He dropped the gun, but it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballots. They can't vote anymore. They ran out of ballots. I stopped the curse. Professor McGoggle did a spell so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, "Okay, sirs, I'm going to go now." She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. The vampire started to cry.
It's okay, said Draco. Evergreen will be alright. Remember the CDO you took of Snake?
Snape laughed again, and then he took out some whips. This story is going off rails. Even more off rails than it was. Author's note, chapter 30.
Stop flamming the story, okay? You don't know what's even gonna happen, okay? So, full you. If you flam, you would be a prep, so our flammers can kiss us. Sauce for sauce, saying Alzheimer is dangerous, but that's the mystery's opinion, because society basically sucks. Thanks to Raven, you rock. Wow, look at her
Talking about Alzheimer's. Yo, chapter 30, Freedom on the Horizon. We're almost there. We're almost there, and I can say we can leave this until next week. Ahem. No! We screamed sadly. Snap started loafing meanly. He took out a camera angrily. Then he came towards Darko. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones around Draco and lit a candle. What the fuck are you doing? I shooted angrily. Snoop laughed meanly. He pulled down his pants. I gasped. There was a dork mark on his you-know-what. He waved his hands and a knife came. He gave the knife to me. You must stab Vampire, he said to me. If you don't, then I'll rap Draco. No, you fucking bastard, I yielded. But then Draco looked at me sadly with his evil gothic red eyes that looked so depressant and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram. Lol, get it? 'Cause I'm a Satanist? Between Kurt Cobain... Oh, he looked exactly like... Rather than a cross between... A pentagram between... Okay. He looked like a pentagram between Kurt Cobain and Gerard. But then I looked at Vampire and he looked so smexy too with his gothic black hair. I thought of the time when we screwed and the time I did it with Draco and Dumbledore came and the time where Draco almost committed suicide and Vampire was so sportive. Snipe laughed angrily. He started to pray to Voldemort. He started to do an incapacitation dance. And around the Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, an idea I had. I closed my eyes, and using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic message to Draco and Vampire so they wouldn't destruct Snap. Oh, so they wouldn't destruct Snap. She means distract. I'm insane.
Dumbledore will get you!
Draco shooted.
Yeah, just wait until the mystery find out.
Vampire yelled. Meanwhile, I took out my wand.
You ridiculous Dubert Dunderhead!
Snoop yielded. He took off all of Draco's clothes just as he was about to rape him. Crucio! I shitted, pointing my wound. Snoop screamed and started running around the room, screaming. Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio.
You dunderhead, I'm going to kill...
Shooted Snape, but suddenly servers came. Snake put the whip behind his back.
Oh, hello, Sev. I was just teaching them something.
He lied, but suddenly Lucian and Professor Trevelyan came into the room, and they and Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snap. Then Professor Trevelyan said, Come on, Ebony, let's go. We're done. We're done for the week. That's Fanfiction Friday, baby. That's Fanfiction Friday. That is what that was like chapters 17 to 30. And next week we'll finish up the book, the fanfiction, chapter 31 to 44. Gosh, what a journey. I need to lay down. Thanks, Lady Soja. Appreciate it. I need to lay down. If you missed this, and you're just tuning in, watch the VOD. If you haven't seen the other chapters, chapter 1 to 16, go watch the chapter 1 to 16 VOD from last week. It's good. It's good. One more week, and we will finish this story, and then we'll move on to another story for Fanfiction Friday. Thank you for joining me on this ride. I'm losing brain cells as I read this, and it's making me physically sick. All I can say is, we will be back soon. We will be back soon. Probably Probably stream on Monday with Junior on his channel for Buffy on the Janiac Jr. Twitch stream. And then on Tuesday, we'll be back with some Red Dead Redemption, Tug of Wug hours. And then on Wednesday, I think I'm doing stuff with my friend, so I probably won't stream. And then Thursday, well, I might stream on Wednesday, who knows. Wednesday's a question mark. Thursday's also a question mark. And Friday we'll be back to finish this. We'll be back to finish this stupid story. Chapter 31 to 44. Thank you for watching the stream. Okay, bye.